for Kokanee today. We're out fishing for Kokanee today. And I got one that fell down from the tank. So we're fishing in here. And then I went to check on Dad so he could set up my jaw jacker. And I think he's finding the fish. So
it's not coming anymore?
He's still there.
Okay, I gotta put on this little
Yay!
like this little one.
Yes!
You got him? You can see him down there, huh?
Yeah.
Did you show him swimming
Here,
by?
come here. Come.
Look at the fish swimming there.
So watch my hook and you'll see him swim by my hook. I can see it. Two fish.
Two fish now?
Yep.
There's two down there?
Yep. I think so.
Okay, we gotta get him. I got this all tangled up from the last Kokanee. Who is doing the line management here?
You?
Oh, me. Oh no. There's two there. Okay, once I drop this one down, we'll get him, okay? I'll let you use this rod.
Oh, can you see the
Oh, there, he's there. He's gonna grab
He's
him.
there.
Back up a little. Oh, there, you grabbed it. Yeah, just like he's gonna grab it again. Here he comes. You grabbed it. Set the hook. Oh, just you gotta set the hook. Don't really gotta jerk it up and set the hook. Oh, we got our bait. We need more mealworms here. I got mealworms. Here he comes. You grabbed it. No. Oh, he grabbed it. We need another mealworm. Okay. Here he comes. He's gonna grab it. Here. I'm trying to hold it still. There you go. I'm going. We're reeling. Oh, Kelly, you got a reel. You got him.
I gotta worm me whenever you need. It's moving crazy.
Well, we had a little bit of craziness here in the tent. All of a sudden, a few come through and bang, fish are flopping out of the water. We had our jaw jackers in, we were jigging, we could see them down the hole. Where did they all flip to? I got one flipping here, one flipping over there. There's another one over here, right there. We got kokanee everywhere. It's fun, guys? You like?
Yeah, but I'm scared of fish when they're alive.
You're scared of them when they're alive? They can't hurt you. They got no teeth even. Okay, let's catch them.
I'm trying to trap them under my chair.
Yeah? So we should throw them outside.
Okay.
So you coming down?
Oh, there's some. Is that some?
Is there?
I'm going to catch
No, that's just you.
one. This one. You're coming with me. They were like coming right by my hole.
Yeah? You could see so many of them?
Yeah, there's like more than 10.
Wow.
20 or 30.
Hold on.
Going down.
Nice.
Ooh, there's
There's a whole bunch, Kelly. Whole bunch, they're back. They're back.
Oh, I can see them. I can see them way down there. Oh.
There's a whole bunch of them. I got one. I'm hooked up.
Daddy,
Okay, you reel it in. Crank it in. Look at him. Oh, you got him. That's a good one.
they're back.
Here, I'll put it back down. Fast. Okay.
We have fishing in the tent.
You got him, Kelly. Oh, he come off?
Oh, he came off.
Okay, you got bait? It's
One
okay.
came off too.
Okay.
I need another one.
Here, I'll put the one for you. Let me drop this back down. They're still down there. You gotta get back down so it keeps attracting them. Oh, there's a whole bunch down there, Kelly. Whole bunch. Here he comes. Here, don't lose him down the hole. Here.
I'm dragging him.
I know you're gonna put down the hole.
I know.
Here he comes.
Put him outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna cover them in the hole.
Here they are. Go a little deeper. There's a whole pile of them. I got him.
Got him?
See here. You wanna reel him in?
Okay. Come
Whoa!
Oh, there. Well, that was a little one.
Little guy, let's let that one go. Look how fat he is. I want to show the camera how fat this one is.
Okay.
Oh, let him go. Look how fat. Look how fat that thing is. Look how fat he is. Okay, you want to let him go? Oh. Push him in, Sierra. Push him in.
Push him.
Yeah, push him in the water.
Push him in. It's fine, Sierra. He won't eat you.
Just push him in the water. He'll go.
Push him.
There's a whole bunch down there, Sierra. Catch him. Callie.
I think he'll go. He went in himself.
Yeah?
I'm going to
Well, you're right in the right zone. You're right in them. They're there. They're right on your hook, Callie. They should be biting, huh? They should be biting right now. They're right there. They're right on you. You gotta set the hook when they bite.
I know. No, it let go.
There's a whole bunch. But set the hook. You're not jerking it. I got him. I got him. See, Callie, Sierra, want to come reel it in?
I know.
Oh, come off. Come off.
Yeah.
Just gotta jiggle it more. Yeah, jiggle it and then just let it stop.
How are the
Fish are doing good. You gotta count them, Sierra. See how many we have. Oh, we got him! Got him! You got him, Callie. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a nice one.
It's a nice one. Oh yeah. Get him up here.
Get him up.
Get him up. Oh yeah. Okay, get him off and get him back down there. Because there's still a bunch down there. Get off and get right back down there.
He's trying to get back to the hole. Oh, I got him.
You got him. Is this fun?
Yeah.
You like this?
Probably the funniest time ever.
Funnest time ever.
I'm like, it's like, you know, like you usually normally always use the jaw jack.
Yeah. But this, you're catching them on your own, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, drop it down there. Drop it down there.
And they come so
Okay,
fast.
drop them down.
We got a big pile.
Yeah?
We got a big pile. What's this?
Let me throw them out.
Okay.
You count them, Sierra.
Okay.
We got some
Bring them
nice
out.
ones.
I need to.
Oh, they're down there, Cal. They're smoking down there.
Am I right on them? Am I
I
on?
think so. You count how many we have, okay?
Ooh, there's one.
Are there? Are they down there? Is there some down there? Fish keep coming through. We have no time to eat our hot dogs.
And I can't put them in because they're too wobbly.
Wobbly? Okay, where's my knife?
You mean too fishy? No wobbly, they're wobbly.
Some more fish there, guys. Grab a rod.
Grab a rod. I
Grab a rod.
I don't know what to grab because I
This
have.
one.
Yeah, I know what to grab, but like, where do I put the hot dogs?
Just sit in your chair.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a chair. Okay, stay the hot dogs. I can watch them. Can you please do this?
Oh, yeah, bite.
Should I step
Yeah.
on it?
Oh, we got one. Sierra, you got one on your rod.
Sierra,
You got
go.
one on your jaw jacker.
Okay.
On your jaw jacker. Here.
Got it, go,
He's
go,
there.
go,
He's
go,
there.
go.
Grab the rod, he's there. Reel him in. On the jaw jacker. Yeah, go closer so the video gets you. Keep reeling, reel, I see him, I can see him there. He's there. Triple head. Oh, he just came off. Oh, he just came off. You
It
ripped
goes back.
Yeah, you ripped it right out of his mouth there. Did they all disappear?
Okay, can you set this up
Yeah.
so I can catch them? Guys, there's still a fish in here.
Still a fish in here?
Yeah.
Oh, we have 13. We only need 2 more.
Yeah. Okay, Daddy, mine is ready. Ready to make my bun.
It's cooking on the ice. We're not cooking our catch, but we brought some hot dogs. And the kids love it. It's super easy. We just use the Buddy propane heater. Bring some wiener sticks and you can
It kind of broke down.
cook them right on your... Oh, did it go out again? We can turn it on again. Turn on your Buddy heater and cook up some hot dogs and roast some marshmallows. Keeps the kids entertained during the slow times. Right? How's today going so far?
Amazing. 10 thumbs up.
Amazing. 2 thumbs up. 10 thumbs up.
110.
110. You know it's a good day when you're getting that kind of ratings on the ice. Hey, I just wanted to say a big shout out to Elevated Fishing Adventures. They're out of Sun Peaks. and Kamloops area. Can do fly fishing, ice fishing. I interact with him on Instagram, and he's a big help, especially on this lake. It's a new lake to me, pointed us in the right direction, and we've been on the fish today. It's a great way to get out. If you haven't been ice fishing before, head out with him. He's a great guy to go with. You'll have a lot of fun and you'll catch fish. Okay, I'm going to link in the description below on this video so you can find his website and go check him out if you're interested. There we go, one on. There we go, fish on. I had to drop down deeper for that one. Nothing was coming around. Went down deeper. We'll see if it's a trout or a kokanee. Went down almost 38 feet. Kokanee. There's some more down there. Look at that, coke. I'll tell you about the gear in a bit because it's really making a difference compared to last time I was out. Check that out. 14 kokanee. That's one short of our limit. It's 5 apiece. Pretty shocking, and we threw one back and we lost a couple in the hole. So not bad today, right, Sierra? Yeah. You caught a bunch. Was it fun? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so a little gear review to run over what we were using today and how we effectively caught nearly our limit. We're just one short. We actually released a smaller one. Could have kept and had our limit, and we lost a couple in the hole, but that's normal for kokanee fishing. So what were we using? Strike Master 40 volt electric ice auger. This thing is great and drills holes like crazy, makes it super easy to move around and drill plenty of holes. With one battery, looking in British Columbia when it's warm out, there's only 6 to 12 inches of ice. You're gonna drill 60 to 90 holes probably, no problem. Next step, when I'm out with the kids, the keys to fishing with kids, people always say you're crazy. I don't know how you do it, take your kids out all day, but they're great. You have to choose your days. Pick the days that are gonna be warmer, nicer weather, so they're not gonna freeze to death. Next thing, you really need a shelter. So any type of ice shanty, cabin, or I have like an Eskimo fatfish, and there's many of them on the market now that you can use that work well. Having a heater inside is even better because it can take the chill off and the kids can warm up in front of it or dry off in case they slip and fall or fall in a hole and get wet. I use the little buddy heater. Just comes with a 1 pound propane tank and it will run for quite a few hours. But bring a spare tank if you're going to be out all day. Next thing is, once you got your tent up, your holes drilled, one thing I like having with the kids is this jaw jacker. Kokanee like some action, so the jigging jaw jacker is really key for fishing with kokanee. And I use the big jig wheel you'll see in this video. That's the one that attracted most of the attention. And when you're using a jigging jaw jacker, it tends to set itself off when it jigs hard, especially with the big jigging wheel. So use a small flashing spoon, like a small Williams wobbler, Williams whitefish, maybe a 2 or 3 inch one. Put swivels on them so that they don't spin and tangle your line all up. And then a small lure below. This is just a small flashy jig. And the one that we found was key today was this little, I believe it's a little ratso it's called. It's a little glow hook, very small. The whole thing glows and tipped with half a mealworm. That's on 4 pound test Berkeley fluorocarbon or Berkeley vanished line, and only about, as you can see, about 10 to 12 inches below the flashing spoon. This is what attributes the action to the hook, and the kokanee like is that spoon flutters and this little hook, darts and falls. That's when they hit it. Often they don't like hitting it when it's sitting still unless they're into that particular day. On your jigging rod, you can use a larger spoon, a 3 to 4 inch spoon. Like this, some guys even go up to 6 inch spoon. This is a Williams whitefish, Williams wobblers, all of these, there's tons. These just have great flash. The Gibbs Delta spoons work very well as well. And I use those like the Gator spoon. But as for this setup, this is all you need to catch them. For the rod, the jigging jaw jacker, I had the 29 inch jaw jacker rod, and this is the smallest one for panfish and kokanee. Some guys think these are too stiff and it'll rip the mouth, of the kokanee and you'll lose them. Well, we may have had a few of the times that happened today when we lost them, but we hooked up on quite a few and got them in. Lost a couple at the hole, but that's not the jawjacker's fault. So with these rods, and you're fishing for kokanee, they do have soft mouths. I set the jawjacker on the lowest rod holder angle. It's the third pin from the back of the jawjacker, and then about the hole 5 on the rod extension one, so that you'll get a decent bend on it like this. When it goes off, it doesn't rip the head off. Okay, and then for just your jigging rod, this one is just Shakespeare Ugly Stick GX2. It's a 28-inch medium action. You can use medium or light action rods. Sometimes with a larger jigging spoon, the really light action rods will be bent too much. I like these, you know, Ugly Sticks. They have a nice soft tip and some backbone there. You can see anytime you bend a rod like that, and you see a nice curve at the tip, and then that solid backbone to get a good hook set. That's kind of what you want with almost every fish. You don't want it to be stiff right to the tip. You want the rod to be able to load up, so when the fish is fighting, you're not getting slack and losing that fish when you bring him in. Okay, so that is the setup for catching the fish today. Worked great for us. Oh yeah, I almost forgot what else to use. A Markham. Okay, now with the Markham, when you're in a tent fishing with your kids, you can drill 3 holes about 6 feet apart, or 4 or 5 feet apart. In the center hole is where you put your Markham, okay? Because the outside lines, you'll be able to see them as well on the Markham, so you can see all of your hooks all together if you put the middle one on. So then as you're fishing, you can see when the fish come in, you can all drop your lines to the right area. Keep the fish in the area when someone else pulls out with the fish. Stay down, and when you catch one, get back down as soon as possible, because those fish don't hang around forever, and when they're there, they will feed. So that's key. And having that sonar of any kind will make the biggest difference. If you're fishing blind, you won't really know where they are in the water column, because we're fishing in, like, I don't know how deep it is here, over 160 feet of water. So when I set the Markham, all I want to see is the first 40 feet. So just turn the dial to the 40, and then you'll see the first 40 feet of water, and that's usually where the fish are coming in through anywhere from 35 to 10 feet under the ice, and then crank up or down when you see those fish. And that's where you want to put your lure, right in front of their face. And then you kind of play like cat and mouse with them. Keep that hook away from them, pull it away a little bit, keep it rocking, and that's when they hit it. Pay really close attention when the fish are there, because sometimes they'll just grab it, you won't even feel it, and then you just feel a little bit of weight. So that's what you got to do, okay? That's how you catch the fish. And don't forget to check out Elevated Adventures, Fishing Adventures. He's a great guy. Will help you catch fish if you're new to ice fishing and don't have all the gear like I have. He'll get you on it, and you might end up buying the stuff and doing it yourself. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button, comment below, and tell me what you like and what you don't like, and I'll try to accommodate and do some other kinds of fishing here in BC this year. Thanks for watching as always, and I'm glad you liked the kids. They coming out with me today. I always have fun with them. Say bye, guys. Wow. Bye-bye. See you later. Take a kid fishing and go catch a big one. God bless everyone.